Well, greetings YouTube! Today we are going to take a look at this oblong, rather plain looking box. Well, actually it's going to be an unboxing. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and definitely stay around because I have lots of great vacuum reviews and this is just the first of an unboxing. So let's take a look and see. So we can see the Dyson label there. We see the battery warning there. We see that it was shipped via UPS to the Dyson store. And I actually went into the Dyson store to buy it. Now I've got a bunch of serial number and stuff, and the way this box is designed looks like that if I just cut this tape here, we will be able to just, yep, okay. So let's actually unbox the box. Wow, okay. So that's maybe more what we were looking for. And this is a V11 Animal. I went with the V11 Animal because I figured let's save $100. I don't need an LCD screen, or rather there's like an OLED screen on the non-animal version, and then on the animal version it's actually the lower version now. So we'll talk about that later, but basically the difference between it is this screen here. And we see some things. It says Dyson's latest technology, auto mode, intelligent cleaning, support, and it says a 2-year warranty right there, so not a huge warranty on here. Let's take a look. The model is an SV14 it looks like, and looking for the made in, yeah. And without showing my serial number, you can see that it is made in Malaysia. So that's what we kind of expect. And now Dyson's kind of, they're trying to excite us, and they've gone into electric cars. So let's see what their latest vacuum is. And I'll put a link in the description to get my pocket knife below. Yes, if you're in the US, So right away we're greeted with a giant QR code right there. Let's see. Activate your warranty online by phone. Well, I did that already at the store, and there's the serial number right here. It's kind of a nice thing, and let's see what's in the booklet. Another Dyson mailer. Just kind of a how to do it in a few different languages. Really, actually, looks like the instruction manual is only a few pages long. At least the English and the Spanish. And not very much to go on right here. That's it. So it's a vacuum cleaner, go use it, I guess is what they're trying to tell you there. So that's interesting. This comes wrapped in a piece of paper. I wasn't expecting that. Generally things are more thrown, with previous models, we're kind of loosely thrown in the box. So set that aside. Now, this is the charging station. Now you have to add the cord in it. There's some assembly required with that. We'll maybe deal with that in a later time. I have no plans of putting a hole in my wall for a vacuum cleaner. That's not going to happen. I hope it stands up by itself. So let's take a look and see. Got a nice long crevice tool. Different fitting than before. Really restrictive with, actually. You can see that these are really restrictive fittings. We have a charger. It's kind of an odd, kind of monolithic thing. Yeah. So that, cool. So you can have your tools on board if that's what you want to do. Oh wow, they give you a nice little stair tool. Kind of sharp bristles, but that's nice of them to do. Empty part here. Let's take a look and see. Alright, here is the cleaner head. And if you're not familiar with this cleaner head, this has a gate that you open. You're going to see this on more and more vacuums. But you can open this gate and that allows big objects to pass through. Strange that there's only a bumper not all the way around. It's not like that felt strip cost a lot or anything. No wheels on the back. That's kind of a strange decision. You just have this rubber, like latexy feeling thing. I'm sure it's not latex. There are too many people who are allergic to it, but... So let's real quick. First thing we're going to do, let's see. There's the roller. See, the brushes are kind of loose from the factory. They did put a nice bearing in there. There's some rubber in here for noise absorption along with a gasket there. And you can see that the motor sits inside the brush roller. And there is apparently no belt to change on this machine. Generally with Dyson you do change these whole heads as it's a whole assembly. Sometimes you can get the roller separately, but really strange how that articulates. Now the part we've all been waiting for, I can save the best for last. Nothing else in here. Really appreciate all the paper. So the box is empty. I'm just going to move the box to the side. And we are going to see quick little instructions on how to put the cord and the charger together. So that makes sense that they would do that. And then there's something taped on here. I can see, I can't just pull this off. Yep. So what do we need to know about cord-free cleaning? This just explains the different modes. Alright. So that's, again, very courteous of them to do. This thing is heavy. I mean, I'm going to have to get a scale out. This is ridiculously heavy and large. Oh, my. Like, we're going to have to see how if my wife could even handle this. This is kind of big. Now that's how it empties. So that's kind of cool that it scrapes the screen every time. Now previous models of Dyson, they used to have kind of a little point here and like about so much tubing so you could get where you wanted to get. And then we have a HEPA filter right there. And then you just hit a trigger right here. It says auto, eco, boost. Looks like we got a filter check or clog light. And we have a little bit of battery, so this will have to go on the charger for a while. But in the name of science, oh, alright. Wow, that was really hard to put on there. But that's particularly well sealed. So let's see. Put in boost mode and let's test its power. So it's less than the cordless Henry, more than a lot of them, a little less than like something like a Kirby or something like that, just as far as of a benchmark. So I was expecting there to be a lot more power as advertised. I was really kind of surprised by that. So we'll have to go do a pickup test now real quick, just to test that out. So I'm here, we're going to do a quick pickup test with the Dyson v11, and I have in the background here kind of the standard nozzles you expect to see on any vacuum cleaner, and I want to just explain something real quick. So generally what you do for most vacuums is you have something like this and brushes for bare floor and either a real high concentrated suction channel for doing carpet, or you have something like this that just does carpet and has a rotating brush, but doesn't do bare floor because you can't turn the rotating brush off. And then you have electric nozzles like this, where you can turn the brush off, but it still has a rotating brush. But again, it's bare floor friendly. Now, the interesting design choice with the Dyson, there's no way of shutting the roller off, and I don't understand this because they could extend battery life with this greatly by doing that. They also, you know, wouldn't have to package it with more than one of these heads or offer a fluffy head or an extra accessory to buy, a bare floor tool to buy. So what's on the bottom here? Rotating brush, and then they have some gates there. Wheels only in the front, and then you have this, I don't know what this is. It's like a silicone or latex or some sort of very flexible rubber. This should be the bumper in the front, but I don't know how it's going to push without wheels. The other thing I thought was interesting is the gates close and open. So we're actually going to have to test this with these gates closed, and we'll test it with them all the way open just to see how it does. I'm going to do full gates closed. The other thing is, depending on how it does, we are going to test it in the boost mode because power. I might do a separate, we'll be doing a separate video where we test all the modes, but for this sort of test, we're going to test it in the boost mode because that's what most people are going to use it for. So let's go ahead. I've got my GoPro strapped to this so you'll get to see really in great detail how well this thing works. And if you're not familiar with our pickup test here, I'm going to explain that as well. So we have pet hair, we have flour, we have breakfast cereal, and it's not coming on too well, but there is actually cat litter right there. And I'm not sure if that illuminated it better or not, but there's cat litter right there. And then of course we're going to run the POV camera. We're going to run this side with the gate closed, and then this side with the gate open, and see how it did. Well, I've come into the first problem, which is my soft carpet. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to open the gate all the way and see if that relieves the suction enough to make this work. Well, right away, really wasn't expecting this. Right away I can't push it at all on my carpet. So never mind what I just said. We're going to have to go to the auto mode and see what happens. And again, I'm not too thrilled with that. So I've got the gate open. We've got auto mode. Let's see if we can get it to clean. That. We've got the gate open. We've got auto mode. So we're going to see what was left behind, if anything. Yeah, we got some cat litter left behind here. And then I don't see any breakfast cereal. The flour, I don't know, I kind of feel like the flour is in the carpet rather than out. I don't know why I feel that way. No pet hair, so it does clean pet hair. So the pet hair was good. So we had that gate open. I'm going to try it with it closed and then maybe the half position. We're going to try the half position first and see how that does on the next set of vests right here. So, good news is not too. Some of the hair is wrapped around, but I think they're supposed to be build up to the hair is supposed to be resisted on this model. Got just a little bit all stuck in the corner there. Let's see how it is on the floor. Yeah. And there's breakfast cereal, and we have cat litter there. I think I did better on the flour pickup, and of course the pet hair was good. So let's try it with the gate all the way open again in auto mode and see how it does on the last bit here. Yep. Again, cat litter. Some breakfast cereal right here before that corner. And the pet hair did fine as well. So, what this tells us right now is if you have like cat litter, or you have something that's heavily soiled, or an area that's high traffic, this is still not going to be a replacement for your full-size vacuum. And you know, it's quite heavy. One thing in the hand, you just don't feel how heavy this thing is. I've been sitting here holding this only for about a minute or two now. Stuff up here on the wood floor. So what's here, just so you know, is we have dog hair, flour, cat litter, and we have some breakfast cereal there. So you'll get to see all that get picked up. Now I want to just say a quick word about what Dyson has done here for bare floor cleaning. There is some sort of sensor that's supposed to slow down the roller, but the brush roller doesn't actually turn itself off. Normally for bare floor, we would use something like this, where there would be no spinning brush and just the suction power of the vacuum would clean it. And this works well. I have no complaints for this. Generally what happens when you have a brush that spins is it can damage the floor and sometimes throw the debris out. So let's zoom in here and see how she does. Oh, and we're going to use this in the highest setting with the gate partially open. That did much better than I expected. Oh, no. It did throw, you can see this right here. It did throw, let me get it to focus here. It did throw some cereal back as expected, because the brush roller again is on. And you can see where it drags some stuff on the floor. So if you live someplace that's real sandy, or you just have a lot going on in your house, this part dragging on the bare floor is definitely going to be an issue. So, like I said, the gates, I had them halfway open. We're going to do the rest of that with the gates all the way open and see how it does now. See if that improves it. I saw it kick some stuff up here. Some cat litter. Yeah, there's some cat litter now out there. So it actually left the gate. Let's go do the rest of it real quick. Now, right away I saw it kick some stuff up here. Some cat litter. Yeah, there's some cat litter now out there. So it actually left the gate. Let's go do the rest of it real quick. Oh, okay. So there's some flour left over as well. So it looks like that this is going to be great for maintenance with pet hair or somewhat bigger objects, but considering I just found flour, that's not something I think I've ever seen before in a pickup test on bare floor. I think they've all picked up the flour. Of course, one of my fans can point that out a little bit better. And there's still a lot of stuff on the back here. So my conclusion, my first impression out of the box is that this tool is good for low pile carpet, not for soft carpet, not for shag. And the other thing is that we'll either need to attach a regular bare floor tool or purchase one separately with this. Now, I did purchase this with my own money, and I did spend about $640, I think, with tax. So it wasn't inexpensive. We're going to talk about emptying the V11. Now, with the normal vacuum, just take the bag, throw it away, go put a new one in. There isn't a vacuum out there that the bags aren't under 30 bucks for a year's worth of bags. A lot of them are under even $20 for a year's worth of bags. About emptying a Dyson. So rather than just throwing away a bag, what we have to do here, and they definitely have made it easier than some of the first generations of Dyson, but you're going to empty this, and you can see this is why we're outside by my trash can. That went everywhere. That schmutz went everywhere, and it's not ever fully emptied. Looking at this, there we go. So we can't, now we can rinse this off, but that's kind of annoying. And then the thing about Dyson and any bagless vacuum is then you're going to have a filter you're going to rinse out, and that I'm fine with. It's the fact that Dyson markets this that you're not going to replace it, and this is a fine HEPA filter. You know, the minerals in the water will do this in, so it's definitely needs to be replaced. The good news is there generally are high quality replacements for Dyson filters, so there's that. The other thing I'm, a little weary of is just how these seals are going to hold up in terms of checking them. So there is a good look at the inside of the Dyson. Well, thanks for watching my cordless Dyson unboxing video. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Definitely make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell because YouTube. And if you really want to help us out, go ahead and check out our Patreon, where you can see exclusive videos and help fund projects like this. As always, stay awesome.